Live.
Hello, everyone. My name's Raziel Gore. I am the co-founder of Studio YG Crow, and I want to take a minute here to just appreciate. I want us to stream here today to appreciate the life of a living master, and the master I'm talking about is Akira Toriyama. There's a there's a few things I want to say a bit later on about like what people like Akira Toriyama mean to me and others,
Mhm.
but I would like to start off this stream with just 10 seconds of silence. So we're going to start that in three, two, one. This is saying we're not live.
No, we're live. It's live on
Are you?
YouTube right now.
I'm looking for my stream. It's not showing.
It's I'm looking at it right now. We're live. People can hear us.
All right, there we go. Awesome. So sorry about that. Moment of silence in three, two, one. So yes, we are gathered here today to talk about a master, like an absolute master of the craft.
Mhm.
I want to talk today about, who we are, what we do, and what, the one and only legend Akira Toriyama means to us. And before that, Ben, I'd like to point out that we have the just in memory of Toriyama no draw stream title again.
We do.
Yeah.
Uh, all right. Well, I can adjust that.
Oh wait, no, it switched. It switched up. What is happening? What is happening with these streams? One says upcoming, and then there's another one that's just live that says in memory of Toriyama.
Um,
I am so confused. I am so very confused. The one that's live says in memory of Toriyama. That's why I was
I
so
mean, we
confused.
should be live right now.
Well, no, there's
You
two
know.
streams that's like that I'm seeing.
Yeah, the other one was still the old one, and then
No,
this
there's
one's the new.
well, no,
Yep.
this one is. So what I'm seeing, right? Let me explain. What I'm seeing is there's a stream that says in memory of Akira Toriyama that says waiting on Studio YG Crow 5 p.m. Not 4, 5. And then I see the one that's live that's just called in memory of Toriyama.
Wait. So, huh?
Yeah, I do see that.
Oh, for God's sake! Why? Why
That's
is why is this so
why are
difficult?
we being plagued by technical difficulties?
Why? Yeah.
That's
Why? What is going on? Why is
I
it? Why are
feel
the mooks the picture?
Yeah, I feel like this is just in line with the Mad Lad's sense of humor. So I'll roll with it. I'll roll with it.
Oh my God! I've been.
Don't stress, Ben. It's all right.
I
It's
gotta
all right.
fix these.
we got three. Oh god.
Oh my
Yeah, you got,
goodness.
that's what I was trying to. That's why I was so confused. I thought we weren't on.
Hang on. I'm gonna delete one of these.
Uh huh.
Um, so that we
In
don't.
memory, the 8 minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna just get rid of this one, so that it's not a problem. I'm going to make the other one, you know, unlisted.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but before I
So
do
we.
that, I'm gonna change this picture. Oh,
I don't.
technology! Why do you do this to me?
I don't see the mooks.
I
For some
saw the
reason.
mooks. I did see the mooks as the thumbnail. That's why I was confused.
I guess it was changed.
All right. Yeah, great. So that says this video is unavailable for the one that I was seeing before.
Okay, okay. Now it should be working.
All
Now
right.
we should be having no issues. This should
One
be the
last
proper
thing.
stream.
1 second, Ben. One last thing. Just make sure that the links that you sent out are to this stream and not the other one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's do this one last time.
Last time being the fifth month at a time.
All right. So are all the links working? Are we good?
Are
Yes.
you winning, son?
Yeah. Well, the links, I'm gonna double check the links, but I want we're ready. We're live. So Raz, start us off, and I'm going to double check all these links.
Okie dokie. Also, hi, Sutherland Art Studio and Gallery. Hello. How are you? Anyway, yeah, so I guess we should introduce what we do as a studio. We're Studio YG Crow, an independent animation studio from the Philadelphia, Jersey area. Like, just kind of mixed between those two because that's where we situate ourselves. And one of us is currently living in Baltimore. So
I'm from Baltimore.
he's from Baltimore. So yeah, we're an independent animation company and we make our own short films and we do TV show pitches. We write, we teach, we do the whole 9 yards, and we are really really blessed. I'm blessed to like be working with incredible powerhouses like you two and everybody else who's not in this chat right now, but makes things work behind the scenes. And I want us to grow to be just as crazy big as a Dragon Ball or a One Piece. So, a bit about myself. My name is Raziel J. Gore, or Raziel Jaron Gore, or just RJ. Probably easier to remember, just RJ.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to start off by just saying what Akira Toriyama means to me, because Akira Toriyama and Dragon Ball like represent everything to me. When I was around 5th grade, I want to say I was like, it was the end of 5th grade. I had a friend, his name was Yaku, and he used to draw. He used to he had like a little sketchbook, a little notebook with sketches in it. I'm actually expanding on the story. I don't know if Ben or Marcus knows this part of the story. So he used to have a little sketchbook in it and he had a little character. And if you can see my stream, I'm going to start doodling these characters as I mention them. And this character, I don't know, it looked like this, and he was a superhero, and he had like little circly arms. And so I blatantly stole that. I blatantly stole that. I was like, I can do that too. And then, I made my own superhero using the template.
Right.
So this superhero would become a character named Lightning Man. But like the first thing that ever really made me want to draw was the Captain Underpants books. So for those of you who don't know Captain Underpants, there's a segment in the middle of every chapter that involves the kids, George and Harold, stopping and drawing their own comic creation, Captain Underpants. And so I thought to myself in my 5th grade mind, dude, I can totally do that. I can totally do that. And so, I just started drawing comics, and the character did indeed, when I first started, look like this. And I would draw a bunch of characters based on the cartoons I was looking at the time, and I would sort of rename them and create new templates for them. So this guy here, who is this?
A Goomba.
His name?
It's Kirby.
Tough. His name was Tough.
His name was
That
Tough.
That is legally distinct, not at all distinct Kirby. His name was Tough. And
I see.
All right.
Listen, man, I wasn't uploading this stuff to the internet or nothing. It was just in my sketchbook.
Mm-hmm.
It was just me letting out a creative outlet using similar stuff, but I made it my own. Because that's what I did. I just made stuff that I really liked my own. Obviously, nowadays I would say that's stealing, and I don't do that. But and I make my homages a bit more graceful.
Well, also you were a kid.
Oh yeah, I was in 5th grade, so I didn't know any better. But then I got into Dragon Ball, and whoa. So I was a Pokemon kid. I was a Yu-Gi-Oh kid. Pokemon was considered a cartoon. just a very weird cartoon.
Mhm.
Yu-Gi-Oh kind of considered an anime, but not really. Dragon Ball to me was the very first series I got into that I said this is an anime.
Right.
So it was also my template for realistic art, quote unquote realistic. And so I would just draw Dragon Ball styled as much as possible and try and just copy what I was seeing. And if I was to duplicate what I was doing at the time, let's say it looked like this. Like I'm gonna try it. It's actually really hard to undraw once you learn how to draw.
Yeah.
Once you learn how to draw, it's really hard to undraw. So like unlearn how to draw. So like you get 9, you're just like, nah, that's wrong. And it's not wrong. Actually, it's exactly what you would have done.
Mhm.
So yeah, actually, this is pretty accurate. This is fairly accurate.
My man got the freaking
Yep.
the tired tough.
He got them noodle arms.
Hey man, why are you making fun of my creations? I was a child. I was but a humble child.
I'm not making fun of it. I'm just telling you that he's got them noodle arms, bro.
All right,
It
and
makes it
then
appealing. Yeah.
there were 4 tufts here, a few tufts going back, and then he had one big one here, one big one in the middle, one big one on the far end. And of course, I would not think about doing underdrawings at the time because I didn't know what I was doing.
Mhm.
Then I give him muscles and nipples and arms. And this is a guy by the name of Yamagashu.
He got you. He got you, bro.
He is an obvious Goku clone. This is an obvious Dragon Ball clone. But I was just so into Dragon Ball that this is what I loved. I was thinking about how I could make this an entire series. I was a wiki kid. I would love reading wikis and like just reading the episode synopses. I think getting into media in that way just kind of redefined what media could be for me. Because instead of like, I would occasionally draw like little crappy comics in my sketchbooks, and they would literally look like this. They would no formatting, just like nothing crazy. They would just look like this.
The panels would just go off. Like, it's
And then like occasionally I would be silly and like make a panel that falls off the and these are all in a marble notebook, by the way. So
Mhm.
I did an ad once where I like duplicated exactly what I was doing here. Because that was me. I like when I made the ad, I had the character like drawing in a little sketchbook and like crappy little sketches, and literally me. Literal, just draw what you know. And that was all it took to just like lead to a whole world of creativity, because I would draw the occasional comic, and the way I worked was always non-sequential. So I would like draw Yamagashu, let's say issue 8, which takes place very far into the story for some reason. And then I would just not draw issues 9, 10, 11, 12. Like I would just skip. And then suddenly it was issue 32 and I was in a whole different arc. And I'm drawing the characters again in a whole different scenario. And then I skipped issue 88. It was again a whole 2 arcs later. And like the characters know each other and there's this context that I never drew out. Because I was always thinking about, okay, this arc, and then this arc, and then this arc, and then this arc, and then this arc. That was the way I was thinking about constructing these. So like even to this day, I usually construct things with like a whole arc structure in mind before I even start writing. But I actually bother putting in that middle segment, that whole that whole middle segment. Because these comics weren't meant to be read by anybody but me. It's almost like a secret lock in that way, where it's like, oh. It's almost like a secret lock in that way, where it's like only you can read your real thoughts because you know the code, you know the story.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And no one else knows it. I didn't stop people from picking up my sketchbooks and vandalizing them.
My favorite.
It's also just a little aside here. I had a character who looked like this. He was actually based on Ryu from Street Fighter, but he was Yamagashu's best friend. I saw like Street Fighter art and I was like, wow, that's crazy. So his name is Broccoli.
Mhm.
I was thinking Bruce Lee at the time, so I'm like, what is cool like Bruce Lee? Let's call him Rock Lee. And then I learned that a thing called Naruto exists, and there's a character called Rock Lee, so I changed his name to Brick. And I felt like I got ripped off. I felt like I'd been ripped off, even though Rock Lee actually predates anything I've ever drawn. I still felt upset. I made a character named Daishi, and then Power Rangers Jungle Fury came out, and there was a character named Daishi. Again, I was pissed, but
That's the worst. Like,
yeah, it's like you come up
it's
with
one
a
of those,
name.
and you have to like literally have to be the one to like release it first. Like, you never know, like when it could be taken or yeah.
Like Brick is a funny character here because he actually appears in like a lot of the things I draw. I just kind of make him a universal cross series character. I don't do it as much anymore, but if you see this character pop up, his histories with Yamagashu. That without Dragon Ball, I would not have been so passionately into art. I would not have had these sketchbooks full of just stories that I would keep to myself and draw. I would not even have gotten into animation because I was a very confused youth back in high school. So I didn't know what I wanted to do, and drawing kept me centered. So I'm like, yeah, let's be an artist. Let me be what are they called? Animator. Let's go to school for that. And so literally just like that. And here I am today, a professional animator. And that's all it took was that one little speck of inspiration. And as much as I do revere Captain Underpants for getting me started, Dragon Ball is what got me started. Like Captain Underpants is putting the key in the car. Dragon Ball is actually hitting the gas and going.
I
Right.
I think that's the best way I can describe it. Marcus?
I mean, honestly, I can't. I completely agree with you with that. Like, hello everybody. If you guys don't know, I'm Marcus Purnell. I'm also one of the co-founders of Studio YG Crow and the director of the upcoming short, Cucumber Fairy. And just to bounce back to, because you mentioned Captain Underpants. There was this one book I remembered. I got in second grade. It was like a how to draw comic. So like you can like draw your own characters within like the blank canvas. And
Ooh.
ever since then, like that was how I got into comics. Like just like that. It's like it was literally the opportunity to just like make your own stories. Like you were given like to start your own stories. And one of my like very first characters I done was like it was literally a stick figure. It was Super Marcus.
Going back to it's like we all we started stick figures and went up.
Yeah.
Kept
Yeah.
going.
But
Yeah, because
then,
you made a film with that character in it, didn't you?
yeah. Yeah. I did. And Red Maze, he just later became. I was like, because he was just.
Yeah, he like did this. He was like a little pencil suit.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. Maybe this Yaku guy like was looking at the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the template's too similar. I feel like he saw this book, did his own character using that book. I saw his book, did my own character using his book.
Right.
It created like the stick figure superhero.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would be some really funny lore connection if that is the case. I bet you it is though. Like just knowing that there's a book that did that.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that character. I'm like, hey, I made a character just like that.
Yeah. Huh. It was definitely, especially like when it comes to Dragon Ball, like middle school was like the thing, was it? Like it was the because I literally ever since like there was something about his work, his craftsmanship that just made me just go, wow, like this guy like will just go to extreme. Like you see these characters grow, you see them interact with each other. It was just like that was key. Like I don't, it was. I mean, there wasn't anything like that. Like I could like be like, oh, like, and like literally jump yourself into like reading the story of Dragon Ball or just like his style too. Like it was very like like I would say linear, but like not in a bad way, but like linear in a way where like anyone can jump into the story and like understand it. Much like with his works in like Dragon Quest. Like honestly, like I can't imagine like just seeing that game back in like in the day in like in the NES tiles. Um, just seeing like the cover art was made by Akira Toriyama. Like in Japan, like everybody was just I would just I completely understand. I would be like just as hype as like all those guys. Um, like he compared to me, I'm like there's someone he just broke the usual. I feel like the usual way of like some artists draw back then
Mhm.
because there was like I don't know like there was like a I would consider him like out of like the yellow fish he was like the purple fish that like went a different direction.
Uh,
But let me put my screen up. But we draw.
a new person has joined us. Hello.
Hello,
It
new person.
it is Anna the Gordon, uh, official official four hater from the Axolotl Army. Hello, nice to meet, nice to see you, nice to meet you.
Welcome to our stream.
I think I remember this person. I think this person commented on one of our posts actually.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I think I remember. I think she commented. I know it's a slight tangent. But one of our films, I think she commented on one of the videos, if I remember correctly.
Oh,
I think it's
well,
the announcement voice actor video that we did. Because
oh, on Cable.
I remember the name.
Oh,
But sorry, I didn't cut you off, did I, Marcus? I don't know if you
no,
were
no,
going.
no. I was like, I'm trying to like, am I just like telling the origins or something like that?
Hmm.
Okay, yeah. Okay, um, so yeah, it's here. This is how like not this. So ever since like the Super Captain Underpants comics, I made my own character in there, and he later just became Super Marcus, where he was just like me, just being a superhero, just saving the world. Um, but then like later on, like I was into video games at the same time. And one of them was Mario. And long story short, like ever since then, and then I was like, I this these were some of the comics like I would just show to my friends too at the time, and like I would just like show like little updates every tidbit there. Um, but like, oh, this is a big image. I like continued it. I was like only working on like the second series, so this was like the first cover of it. Um, I had like all my friends in comic, and it
Mm.
was literally just like a uh freaking Mario parody. And then like this was in fourth grades, so I still I didn't like discover what anime was then, but until fifth grade, I don't know about you, Ben, but like my library was just filled with this like how to draw anime, and so
I
like
never had a book like that. I actually had a lot of traditional books on
um
how to draw in general, but I do know I have seen a lot of them.
mm, okay. Well,
Yes.
pretty much like damn, I was just like literally just covered this. There weren't that many like how to draw like this art like or anatomy or stuff like that, but it was just like Chris Hart all over the place. But at that time, like Dragon Ball, 10W3 was a thing. My brother would like play that a lot. Um,
Hmm.
and just like the amount of characters, the cast, it was just. 10 out of 10. And
Yeah.
really sparked then. And then yeah, ever since then, like back to the supermarkets thing, like I would make like the second series, volume two, and I was like, I wanted to experiment. I was like, what? Let's see. What if like I decide to give them Marcus hair?
It's big again.
Yeah. Um. So I was like, hey, let's give them some hair, and so
Oh,
I did. I was like, cause I that was then I was like into like Dragon Ball, so I was like, let's give this man some hair. Um. If anyone knows Paper Mario, I was also into that. Um. But
oh,
anyways,
oh
I
my
gave him
God.
hair.
He's going Super Saiyan 4.
real quick. And like the funniest thing about it was like I showed my friends this, and like one of them was like, "This is Black Goku." It's like, you're not wrong. So I was like, I looked back to my like the design. I was like, because I wanted this to be
Mhm.
like the feature design of Super Marcus, and then I was like, you know what? What if I like made it its own character? What if like I keep the old design, but then I turn it into another design? So what I did there was like I oh no, the hair's gone. So what I so like what happened then was like I so the old here's the 2011 design. Oh, hey, Marcus. Oh, okay. I was like,
Mhm.
I'm gonna draw this other character, and he's gonna have like the most. He's gonna have eyes. He's gonna be serious. He's gonna be like, yeah, I'm really gonna feel it now. I'm gonna give him the most serious looking hair ever known to man, and he's ready to fight. Um, and this later became I don't usually draw this character as much as often, but like I do think about this character a lot every now and then. But his
Right.
name is Glade. He's a spirit shapeshifter. So he's like a ghost. He can yeah turn into like anything. Um, and ever since then, like like literally, I just is that you can sell. Like I kept this design as itself and like utilized that later. But then like and this literally became its own series, and it's called Spiritual Tale. It was like a short comic I
Mhm.
did back in viewers, but this is what the cover looks like. But yeah, but yeah, ever since, and then I don't know. It's just like there's something about the
You know what
about yeah
that makes me think? You know that makes me think of Dragon's Quest.
yeah. I actually I love me. I don't know. Have you played Nine before?
Is it the one where you get to have your own team?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I love 9.
Nine was I would just play a lot with my siblings, a lot. You know, like we would just go to grottos like nonstop, just endlessly. But and funny enough, that was like again he ever like past like fifth grade for me. Like
Mhm.
Akira Toriyama just like was there. He never like he was never gonna go away at this point. Um,
Toriyama was forever.
yeah, Tori forever, something like that. Um, So later on, like in long story short, in 2019, I was working on my senior thesis at UArts, and I was developing Red Maze at the time. And funnily enough, like I was trying to figure out like the protagonist or yeah of the short. Um, I was working on this other character that lived in the building. And her name is Tori. And I was like and because of that, I was like, I literally was thinking of Akira Toriyama when I was making this character, which was funny. I was like, oh man, it blows my mind. Like And now just hearing, the news now, I'm like, I feel like a part of her
Mhm.
felt that will feel that, like, you know what I mean? Like it's almost it's like a conscious or something, like a part of me, like in another universe, um, faded away.
Yeah. Part of yourself left.
Yeah, it blows my mind, but like it's just like I don't when it comes to Dragon Ball, like it was there and like I would always see it, but I guess I was more so like a Dragon Quest guy than anything.
That still falls in the same vein. That's all his art.
Right, right.
That and Chrono Trigger too.
Oh, right, yeah. When I hear that game, I'm like, it's everyone's just they praise, and I completely agree. Like, there's something about it. It's just the detail is just it was out. It stood out. It's like its own
Mhm.
thing. Like it didn't like
His art just it went so many it spread it so many places, you know.
yeah. Like he was the definition of anime, or one of.
Mhm.
I'm just now realizing I've been muted for a while. I'm like, I wanted to give a muting for a talk. So I just wanted to like say really quickly
Yeah.
that for anybody who's just now joining the stream, and Marcus, I'm like listening to your backstory by the way, and like hyper agreeing with you and getting hype, and you're not responding to me at all. I'm like, whoa,
I'm
why?
sorry.
Oh
It's not your
no.
fault. It's not your fault. I was muted, but
Oh,
I was muted myself. But
Rip.
yeah, now I know how it feels, Ben. But
Yeah.
uh, this stream, we're gonna, we're talking about our memories and what we loved about Toriyama. I also want to point out that at some point later, we're gonna be jumping into a game of Gartic Phone,
ooh.
and
Yeah.
I'm gonna like set up the lobby and everything. So if you want to like get a bunch of people to play along with professional animators, we'll be doing that. We'll be doing that very soon, actually.
We may there may be some things we have to resolve to do that real quick. Because
Well,
my
do you need your tablet to play?
I mean, I could draw with my mouse, I guess.
I mean, yeah, I can play with both my tablet and my mouse.
So
So
just for clarification, nobody knows this, but we started the stream and I didn't realize that my Cintiq, this is my drawing tablet, is having technical issues. So I unfortunately cannot draw during this stream, or else I will end up the stream will turn off because I'm the one hosting it. So I'm kind of in a pickle, but I will still draw with my mouse when we get to Gartic Phone. Um, so
A pickle in a jar.
I'm still here. I'm gonna still contribute. Just I can't use my pen, sadly.
well, we're gonna have fun. It's gonna be Dragon Ball themed Gartic Phone. So if you want to play some Gartic Phone with your friends, give them the heads up. Tell them, hey, you got this crazy cool stream. At least give it a listen because the views are great because it helps us get our projects out there as well. And
Yeah.
we get to tell people just what Toriyama means to us because I did forget to mention this at one point during my chat about what Toriyama means to me. But we Studio YG Crow has a comic called On Wings of Icarus,
This
and
does
that
relate.
huh.
I'm saying yeah, this does relate to what we're talking about today.
Well, I mean, I was about to get into why it relates. Don't worry. Don't worry. You're not going to be confused for very long if you are. We do have a comic called On Wings of Icarus, and it was my very first time actually drawing a full length professional quality manga. I've tried before on a few different occasions. I never figured out the workflow for it that felt right with me. But this was for the Tetsuka competition a few years ago, and it was the international one.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't win, but Toriyama was one of the judges, along with Eiichiro Oda and was Masashi Kishimoto a judge? I forget.
Shush.
Kohei Horikoshi was though.
I'm trying to remember. What was it? The first guy's name. What did he make?
Kishimoto, Naruto.
That was it. I want to make sure I had that correct. Yeah, he was one of the judges. I know the creator of Naruto was one of them. He was one of them. Akira Toriyama, Oda was another. So
Yeah, so it's really crazy that excuse me. It was really crazy as a fan, like knowing that
mm,
the Eiichiro Oda, the Akira Toriyama have at some point read something I made. That's really
Right.
exciting. That's always really exciting. So, even though it's indirect, I
Like
still
it was the
have,
closest. This was like, it was it.
yeah, I still have that connection with these absolute masters. And I want to get into a chat about masters in a bit, but if I don't know if Marcus was finished or not, but
No, that was it. That was the
well,
I ever since that, yeah. After like when I split it, Super Marcus, like his like redesign, and I just kept the old design. Like
right.
it was they're out. Like I just Red Maze, and then yeah.
Well, if that's
He
the
was
case,
yeah.
I'd like to transition.
Transition party.
So I, for me, right, as an animator, I didn't get into drawing seriously until like college. But I had a really strong fascination with dinosaurs of all things. So, ironically, the first thing I drew was not uh, Dragon Ball. It was dinosaur related. And I got really into drawing people later on. And I I had watched some cartoons growing up. I watched like Looney Tunes. I watched like Ben 10, a few other like some action oriented cartoons, but I'd never seen Dragon Ball before, right? Um, I'd never seen like I'd never seen anything like it. Something that actually like carried the series forward, um, where the character got to actually change and evolve as it went along. Um, I'm actually trying to get my screen to work. I think it's having some technical issues because like Discord is trying to save my resources when I click away, but I'm using that to actually show what I'm doing on my screen.
Oh,
That's really aggravating. Oh, that sucks. I can't show things. Come on. Let me do it.
I'd probably
Nope.
have to just like copy and paste it.
I'm gonna have to cheat. I'm gonna have to cheat the system, bro. I'm gonna have to go into OBS to do it. All right.
how's about this? Do you have specific images? You can send them to me. I can stream them.
Yeah, I guess we can do it that way. I guess we can do it that way. Man, that's rough. I'm having a rough time with this.
Actually, no, you might want to just cheat the system. OBS it.
I'm gonna
Like,
OBS it.
Yeah, because everything you show on your stream is going to show through the stream, and we have a bunch of stuff we work on under NDA.
All right, we're gonna cheat the system for a second. We're gonna change Windows because this thing has decided that it wants to give me a hard time. I guess. Wow, this is. Oh boy.
Through all DMs in real time.
What about scene one? What's this? This is my screen capture. So you got. I'm sorry about this, but you guys are going to be experiencing what I experience. So I have to
You
fix
have
some
been
stuff.
warned.
I have to fix some stuff here for a sec to get this to work.
What the hell?
All right, give it a sec. I want to make sure that this is actually showing up on screen. Is this gonna work or? Oh wait, I see the stream catching up. I see the stream. I'm watching the stream as we talk, by the way, just so everybody knows what's going on. Um, yeah, let me give it a sec. Okay, we're caught up here. Okay, I got it to work. It's showing my screen. Um, right now it's just showing Dragon Ball panels. Sadly, again, can't really draw. I was gonna do a drawing tribute of my own.
Wait, what's wrong with your tablet anyway?
The pen is not synced up,
Oh,
and I tried it. If you're about to tell me that I tried calibrating it, didn't work.
no, no. That is not what I was about to tell you to do. Go to services. Just type at the bottom of your screen services. All right, it'll be real quick. This is a tutorial for everyone now. Go to the bottom, type in services.
Uh-huh.
I can't see that on your stream. Unless are you streaming this?
Yeah.
All right, so in services at the very bottom, there should be something called Wacom Professional Service.
Windows. Web services.
Scroll towards the bottom. It's towards the bottom. It goes with W.
No, I am towards the bottom. The stream is catching up, probably.
Oh, Wacom Professional.
I see Windows. There it is.
All right, so right click it.
And tell it to end.
Stop it. Just tell it to stop. Yeah.
Okay.
And then tell it to restart or turn on or whichever, resume. Whichever will start it.
All right, let's see if that worked.
And then
it worked. It worked. I can work.
Yeah, and then you have to restart your drawing programs.
Oh my god. I can actually work. No way. Yes. Yes. It's all fixed. Oh my god. You have no idea. That makes me so much happier.
That you can do that without restarting your computer.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I thought I had to restart my computer. I was like, there's no way I can do anything now, man. This sucks. I really want to, I had this whole idea for like what I want to do for my tribute. Oh, now I can actually do it while we talk. But before we get into that, I'm going to continue my conversation. So Dragon Ball to me, right? I got really into it. When I was growing up, it was on Toonami, right? Everybody else who watched it on Toonami remembers it and says like, "Oh, that's what got me into Dragon Ball. That was it. That was the moment." Right? I saw it on Toonami, and as a as a kid, I said, "This is too violent. I shouldn't be watching this." And I ended up changing channels and watched other stuff. And then years later, I saw an episode of it on Nicktoons, of all places. The wonderfully censored Nicktoons version of Dragon Ball was what I was watching. But I liked it so much that I decided to go online and find the series because I knew it was older than it actually was on Nicktoons. And I watched it all in order. I watched every single episode. I watched all of Dragon Ball, and then all of Z, and then all of GT. And I watched it all in order because I was just that into it. And Dragon Ball was fascinating to me because I actually got to watch a character get older. Like, I never really thought that was something that, like, cartoons would do. Because most of the time, characters just kind of stay the same age. They don't really change all that much. It's like something that would be reserved more for like a live action series as opposed to a cartoon. And I just was blown away that even happened. Fast forward, and I got like even more into it. I tried drawing the characters on occasion. I have an old comic that I never actually made. I did this one drawing for a comic that I was going to do with one of my friends. And it was going to be a Superman Goku crossover comic. And And it all sounded super cool to me because, like, me being like a 15-year-old was like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. And I like drew. I called it Death of Legends or something. Like, it was supposed to be like about the characters being revived years like after dying. And I had a drawing of Superman's cape like hanging on like a stick, and Goku's jersey, like his shirt. Like, to me, I was like, this is badass.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled. Um, and that was still one of my favorite drawings I ever did when I was younger, because I did like good shading. I enjoyed just getting to do it, and it really just affected me as an artist. I became an animator partly because of it. I got into my first thing I ever made was a pitch Bible, and I pitched my portfolio review in college was a pitch TV show, and the character had an orange jacket, and the reason I wanted it to be orange was because of Dragon Ball. Orange became one of my favorite colors, unironically, from watching that show. If I had never watched Dragon Ball, orange would not be one of my favorite colors. I don't think it would be at all. It's it's affected me, like, my decisions on like what I'd like to do, my sense of comedy. I I even dressed up as the character, right? I don't cosplay. I never really cosplay. It's not really who I am. But I did dress up as Goku, and I did it because I was that into it. And I actually have a picture of me in it, in the costume, which is probably going to pop up in a second because I know the stream. These two are not going to see till the stream catches up, but that is actually me in a Goku costume on Halloween, and I ordered it from Japan. I got the outfit from Japan, and it didn't have boots, so I actually had my dad go with me to get boots, right, and make them. Now you can't see the boots in this version. I'm wearing sneakers, but we found these rain boots and spray painted them blue, and then
Your
actually
thoughts,
added
then.
like yellow. What?
What is that hair?
That's
What
the
is that
wig.
hair?
That's the
What is
wig.
that hair?
That was the
Goku!
best wig they had. I'm being dead honest. There was no good Goku
Goku, I
wig.
might be bald, but with a hairline like that, you've got no riz!
Damn.
Damn, Krillin.
What's Krillin doing that for? Holy. I mean, I know Krillin pulled a baddie, but like if he never pulled that, let's be real. Like let's be real for a second. If Krillin didn't pull 18 and destroy the remote, would that be the biggest L like in the entire series? I
Well, let me
genuinely
tell
think
you
it would
something,
be.
Ben. Okay, I got the best, biggest, greatest baddie to ever exist in all Dragon Ball, and everyone knows it. Okay,
And all it took was for you to sacrifice the Earth.
Destructo disc on your egos, boy.
But that actually affected my pitch to college. And to this day, I still like want to practice drawing Dragon Ball and drawing the characters because I just love doing it and I think it's fun. It's one of my favorite series I've ever made. He's one of my favorite artists. Like, I just enjoy everything he's done. I enjoy the art, machines. I love his machine work. And I played video games with my brother growing up. I got I remember, Marcus, you brought up Budokai Tenkaichi 3, right?
Yeah.
Right. No. Okay. I got into Dragon Ball like later in my life. So Budokai Tenkaichi 3 was not available in stores. Like, it was gone. Like, it had been around for a while. I was 17 at the time, and I was really into Dragon Ball. I already played like Raging Blast and stuff, but I heard so much about Budokai Tenkaichi 3 and how good it was. I hunted down and found the last copy in New Jersey and bought it. I own it. So, forever, whatever unfortunate soul that was looking for it for the rest of New Jersey, I'm sorry, man, but that was me. I stole it. I took it. I wanted my copy, bro. I had to play it. And I I loved every second of that game. It's still one of my favorites. I mean, up until like Fighters came out, like in 2017, like that was the best Dragon Ball game.
Fighters came out in 2017. Damn,
Yeah.
that game is that old.
Yes.
Damn.
Dude, Fighters is like Fighters is is like, I think it was 2017 or 2018. I'm pretty sure it was 2017 though. I'm sure I'm gonna get corrected, but like it is a lot older than people think at this point, and it's still in my opinion, it's the best Dragon Ball game ever made. I love
Well,
Fighters.
it is the best Dragon
Like
Ball game.
it definitively is the best. I love it.
You can tell it's the best Dragon Ball game ever made because it still has online service.
Damn.
Unlike Jump Force.
Jump Force didn't happen, bro. Like, what do you want about?
That's
Like,
how I feel about Revival Dragon Ball, by the way. Like as much as I love and revere Toriyama, I could not accept Revival era Dragon Ball. I have to leave Dragon Ball in the 90s. I'm just like, no, it's gotta stay there. That's where it was best.
yeah, no, but I'm not gonna bring that up because I don't want to talk about it like that, especially on a stream about him passing. You know, like,
I think that I take the good with the bad. I don't think like super's bad, quote unquote. I just mean like I take
mhm.
everything I love, everything I just because like it's all a part of what makes me me, you know.
But the thing is, like, it got me into art in general. Like, I wouldn't be the artist I am if it wasn't for it. And one of the things I did, I have a channel. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna
No, you're
pull.
not.
What do
No,
you
you're
mean?
not. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Damn, bro.
I'm kidding.
All right, I'm gonna pull this up. I don't really talk about it. I don't bring it up ever because I don't want to, right? Um, I made a ton of Dragon Ball AMVs. I made a million of them. Like I loved it. It it is
I will say though,
actually.
don't play them.
I'm
I
not
will
going
say
to. I'm not gonna
don't
play
play
them.
them.
I'm not going to. I'm just like going through my channel for a second. Like this channel I've had since I was little, and like I actually just edited a ton of Dragon Ball AMVs for fun, and I enjoyed it. And it affected my editing. Like the editing that we do for our films that I do to this day, like part of those editing principles and what got me better at editing was me as a 14, 15, 16, 17 year old editing Dragon Ball AMVs. Like I actually got Sony Vegas to edit AMVs. I had that for that reason. So like my editing skills and like the stuff I'm into wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for Dragon Ball. I have figurines of these characters in my room. Like I don't think I would ever be who I am otherwise. It's just it made me who
You were king.
it made me who I am. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, I I can't. He's the most. I would say in my life, he's the most influential artist that I never met. I don't think there's a lot of artists that have affected me or have influenced my work that I like and I haven't met, but none of them have been as influential to me as Toriyama. And it was just a guy who had fun making something that he enjoyed, something simple. It was just a kid meets a girl and goes on an adventure, and he wrote it all just from his heart. He didn't, it wasn't about structure. It was about fun. And
The journey.
the
Point A
journey.
to point B. Yeah.
And I honestly, I just, you know, I don't think anybody has affected me that way before outside of him. At least that I haven't met. So all I can say is thank you, Toriyama. That's really all I can say.
I want to say something really quickly, just about just the general structure of my life. Because Toriyama is one of the masters, right? He's one of the masters that I never met. His like you said, his machine art, his general structural anatomy. I will say that like I love his '80s stuff. Like it's my favorite era of his. Like even like Dragon Ball Z, like End of Z, End of Cell, Buu Saga, Dragon Ball Z. I think it gets a little bit too scribbly.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the '80s Toriyama is probably like my favorite era for Toriyama. Like if I ever reference Toriyama, I'm usually looking at the '80s stuff because it's so diverse, it's so vast. This guy is like, he's crazy. He's got crazy understanding of anatomy, crazy creature designs, crazy mechanical designs. There needs to just be a book on Toriyama mechanical designs. I don't know if it already
I
exists.
think there is
If it
one.
doesn't, yeah, I'm like, if it doesn't already exist, what the hell are you thinking, guys? Like, come on. What are you thinking?
Like I'm pretty solidly sure it already exists, but I don't remember what it's called.
So yeah, I would also like to point out that, I've recently found out that the man who worked on my hair for the last 10 years, his name was Seven. He's passed, and it got me thinking. This is before Toriyama. Just like Toriyama, just kind of compounds it. So now I feel like I should say something about this publicly. Where at different points in my times, I was a very you shifted to my screen already. You on the
Yes.
ball bin. I was a very, very, very troubled child. No, not violent, not angry, not like not like that. But I went through the ringer and didn't say anything to anybody. Right. And like it just seems like at the perfect point in my life, every time I needed it, I met somebody who was just a master in their craft. Like a master at what they do. There's an animation teacher who works at University of the Arts. His name is Lowell Boston. He was a master of his craft. He was like the first animator I've ever, learned from. Uh, I have a tap master named Robert Burden. He was a master that I learned. Like I met him and Lowell Boston in the same year. I would not find out they worked at the same school until much later. It was very interesting, actually. I met the guy who like officially just got me into drawing art seriously. Like he, up until I met this person, and then like this person isn't Toriyama. I was drawing, Toriyama styled stuff afterwards, and no one took it seriously. And people would steal my books, and they would vandalize my books, and I would have to like keep them in lockers afterwards. It was so sad, but I did eventually learn to like just get used to the vandalism. And then this guy got angry when he saw what happened to my book. He was furious. Like hell hath no fury. This was the first time someone ever like just understood what that felt like. And it was so fascinating to have somebody get so viscerally mad on my behalf after thinking I was alone for years.
Yeah.
These guys.
Just like stand up and like,
Yeah.
stop.
You'll actually see me name these people in my senior film, which is Ice Hunter. So if you look at Ice Hunter and you see the special thanks to, quite a few of these people's names show up in that. John Lynch is also like, he's my very first art master. Like he's the first person ever like, this is how you draw. Do this. Here's perspective lessons. Do that. Here's shading. Do this. Here's painting. Do that. And this guy was a maverick. He was a hard ass. He was the hard ass of all hard asses. And I haven't spoken to him in a while, but he is my master through and through, just like all these other people. I am so blessed to have met these masters in my life, especially like just when I needed them, man. Exactly when I needed them. And Toriyama to me is like, Toriyama's a master who I've never met. He's interacted with one thing I've ever made, right?
That's more than most people can say.
Yeah, I know. That is more than most people can say. He's interacted with most people. With most people, he's interacted with like one thing I've ever made. But like just all these masters, I'm grateful. I am so eternally grateful that I got to know of these people, that I got to work with these people, that I got to be in the same room with these people and absorb their energy. Like I'm a very actory kind of person, by the way, so I tend to absorb the energy of people that I respect. There's like the Robert Burden guy. He's in his mid-50s now. You would never be able to tell. You would never be able to tell just by looking at him or like listening to him. He's just he's got that jazz, fierce. He's that guy. I made that into a character once. That's how much energy he had. So I met these people and their passion was just ridiculous. It's like you're walking into their presence and the sun turns on. You're just being burned by how bright they shine. And even Seven, he recently passed away. This man knew his hair. This man made me some damn hair. He was just like, do this, do that. If it gets to this, do that. If it gets a little too matty or messy, do that. Here, I'll do this. And he did his own hair. And he's gone now, and Toriyama's gone, and I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for these masters. I'm grateful for the masters I've met. I'm grateful for the masters I haven't met. And I do want to meet them before they pass. I want to meet these people and see, not if I measure up, but if I can do just a fraction for another person, what these people did for me. That's my end goal for this. And that's actually that's been my philosophy for a while now. And that is why, I got together with these guys to start YG Crow.
Mm-hmm.
So may Akira Toriyama rest in peace. The mad lad, the madman. This stream had a bit of a technical difficulty getting started, and I would like to just say personally that that's just his weird sense of humor, messing around with us.
Yeah.
And you know what? Through thick and thin, through all the weirdness, I still love it, and I'm eternally grateful to be here, and I'm grateful that you guys are here listening. For those of you who are
Watching the stream alive, not this.
Mm-hmm.
Just understand like the journey of this point. The point being like how things start at like not everything's always gonna be smooth, but like you just keep coming back and just don't give up. Follow your dreams.
Yeah, you actually see this comic got made while Ben and Marcus are talking.
Yeah.
You can kind of gauge where the story goes here. Like this some guy, he's probably me. I'm just gonna self-insert here. And then Goku, some guy who looks like Goku, walks up and dragon's head and flies off.
Chira.
Yeah, Shenlong. That's right. I'm that guy. I'm the guy who's gonna call him Shenlong. I'm the guy who's gonna call him Koridin instead of Krillin. I'm the guy who's gonna say Super Saiyan.
Oh. What was the other one with? It's not called Hyper.
Oh, it's not the hyperbolic time chamber. It's the room of spirit and time.
Yeah.
The hyperbolic lion tamer.
Just say the room of spirit and time, Goku. Also, I used to not appreciate Team 4-Star that much. I used to be annoyed by their antics. I used to think their bridge series was a bit too stiff and iffy. I'll tell you one thing though. I was a huge fan of the subtitle Dragon Ball. So no one else was. And even things like the song Soul versus Soul or Damashi Dai Damashi. Mm-hmm. I would say this is the best version of Gohan going Super Saiyan, and people would just be like, "No, you need that internal monologue, and I will not like this anymore." And I'm just like, no, it's silent. It's supposed to be silent. There's a song that plays, builds up. It's got all this emotion, and everyone's like, no, my version's better. My version's better. And finally, thanks to Team 4-Star, people are like, oh no, that version slaps. I'm like,
I told you.
But
that's kind of it's crazy though. It's like you have to have a following, like a big following, just to prove somebody wrong.
Yeah.
And you're muted.
Huh?
Not you, Raz.
Oh.
Me himself.
Maybe there was a reason?
Oh. There was. I had to deal with stuff in my background. But what's up?
No, it's honestly because of the fact it was probably a big follow that proved them wrong. When before they just felt he had to have monologue, but because they saw Team 4-Star, which by then everyone loved Team 4-Star, so they agreed with them because of the big following.
Yeah, I would say modern Dragon Ball fans seem to have a much bigger appreciation for the source Japanese version of the series.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas before it was all about the hard rock Bruce Faulkner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So me being obviously that was the version I watched first too. I'm not gonna front. I'm not I just watched this version only and only cared about that. No, it took me a while to get into Japanese Dragon Ball, but when I did, I thought the acting in part 1 was kind of subpar, but that's that's just me. It got better though.
Mhm.
Now, if only Toei would just release a nice version of the series that has the proper audio, please. So,
Nah.
yeah, this was been a very fun thank you to the masters. I want to say we should get started with like a trying to set up a Garlic phone stream, especially now that you can draw a bit.
You have the power.
I'll have to work on my tribute another time.
Oh wait, where is your tribute?
It's not even close to done.
Oh yeah, takes a while to draw and talk, don't it? It's difficult.
I didn't even draw when I was talking, bro. I didn't even try.
Yeah, it's all right. Well, drawing and talking, like especially talking about a topic and trying to be engaging, are very difficult together.
You have to literally have like two separate brains.
Yeah, you
to,
do.
like,
It's
it's a skill. Not everyone. It takes a minute. Like, it takes time, but like you get to the groove.
It takes a while, man.
Yeah.
It takes a long while. So let me send out this invite code to you guys. How can I do this? I'll take. You see the live stream chat in Studio YG Crow? That's the Gartic Phone link. So if Ben does stream, he'll stream that. Are you still streaming through OBS or OBS
No.
or are you just okay?
Well, I mean, I am, but it's streaming Discord as opposed to like, my screen specifically.
Oh. Okay, so yeah, this is gonna pop up in your screen no matter what. It's okay. It's all right as long as everything shown in the studio server stays nice and beautifully NDA'd.
Ooh.
Bless you.
Bless you.
I'll work on my tribute later. It's gonna take me a while. I also was getting sloppy because I was like trying to catch up.
Don't rush your art. Don't rush your art. Like I just kind of appreciated stopping at the name for this because it's called a name in Japanese. I stopped here because it's visible now what the story is about, and I will continue working on this at a slightly later point in time. You've actually caught us guys in the middle of a crunch for Cucumber Fairy as we're like really biting down on Cucumber Fairy. Well, Ben sends out these links, by the way, to like our socials and whatnot.
Oh, yeah, that's something I should do.
Or at least like send it out somewhere.
No, I need to do that. I need to.
While he does that, Marcus, are we working on a project right now?
Yes, we are. We are currently racing to the deadline and finishing line of Cucumber Fairy. I'm not sure if you can see it on Ben's stream, but I'm actually the character herself, Cucumber Fairy.
Oh wait, hang on, Ben. You might want to switch over to Marcus's stream if you haven't.
Or just like the heads, like you just see our profiles.
Now it's just Marcus's head.
Awesome. Yes. So hi, I'm Cucumber Fairy. We're going at it. We're putting the animation together. I'm not sure if anyone saw. We also like released it. Ayu, who voiced in the Bridge of Spirits.
In Kenya, Bridge of Spirits.
Thank you. Yeah, Kenya, Bridge of Spirits. That was posted a while ago. I have seen that game before, like once. Like my brother played it a bit, but I've been recommended again by.
Hello, Joker.
Welcome, Joker, to our stream,
Mr. J.
Mr. J.
Well, if it's a whooping you're wanting.
I had to do it.
It had to be done. I mean, hey.
I'm going to go crazy over on Twitter. Wait, who's laughing? That sounded a bit too wacky.
That was the close. That was the 1950s Joker or something.
Batman, I've got all the Hershey's cream puffs.
Not the Hershey's cream puffs.
And so much sugar and high corn syrup
Skippy, Screw, I'm going to steal from you. It's great.
Bro, you can't steal them cream puffs, man. I need my cream puff.
Little Debbie is sponsoring this program.
God. Also,
Yes.
Raid Shadow Legends. If you haven't played that game,
Oh God, we're not even
Marcus,
sponsored.
stop. YouTube's going to actually think we're sponsored by them.
I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't say it. Anyways,
Reese.
Hashtag not sponsored, by the
as
way.
long as we're just clear that we're not sponsored, we're not.
We're not
Hashtag
sponsored.
not sponsored, by the way.
Yeah, no, we're not sponsored. But if you want to give us some money,
we have a Patreon. It was a
yeah, no,
store.
not our viewers. If Raid Shadow Legends wants to give us some money,
Oh yeah, I mean,
you know exactly where to send that email. We will shill the bejesus out of these characters whose name.
Yeah,
honestly, I know this is
so much for the memoriam stream, man. It became the shill stream.
Yeah, right. Honest to God, though, I would totally like to. I would totally like to. We had a series idea, right? And that series idea, Ben knows the name, Marcus knows the name. I will not say the name. It's like the character from that series, by the way, is hiding in one of our old social media posts. So play a "Where's Wally" of him. Yeah, I said "Where's Wally." I'm British now, but
is that a British specific thing? Because
yeah, his name's Wally in Europe, well, parts of Europe. But yeah, it's not Waldo, it's Wally. Where's Wally? But we had this crazy idea that just has to do with space, and I'm just like, hey, Elon, if you want to fund it, we'll slap all this Tesla shit just all over the backgrounds of the series. We'll just slap Tesla, SpaceX, follow updates on X, like just in the background with no tact whatsoever.
No,
It'll be looking like a Pepsi ad in a Sony movie.
I can also like share this in the Gartic Discord.
Ooh, yeah! Imagine you're all animating for Raid Shadow Legends. That would be lit. It would be lit because I would aim for like one of those League Mer cinematics. Like that would be my goal for quality. That would be pretty cool. That said, I fear drawing a lot of those Raid Shadow Legends characters because I'd have to. I'd probably be the one to have to design them, and then I'd have to like slightly design them down, but not too much, just so that like everybody in the studio can draw it. Yeah, those designs get complicated, man. Like if that's not what you're used to, you're gonna have a very bad time.
Yeah, that's definitely not my bread and butter, but
you're gonna have a very bad time.
Yeah.
Like we have a character named Digo, and I'm just like, hey guys, I never saw it. We never did see Digo. Digo never came back.
He'll come back. I feel like definitely this year. I have a
so the plan for this year is not going to include any Ice Hunter. Actually, it will.
Wow, I actually can't share it through the Gartic Phone Discord because this wasn't created through Discord.
Oh wow,
that's bizarre, but okay.
How vexing!
How am I supposed to share it?
Hey, Joker, would you like to become an impromptu studio member? Share it far, share it wide.
I have to like log in to like. I have to be like logged into my Discord account or something, but like I can't do that. I don't know how to get it to do that. I'm very confused.
I am so confused.
Man.
Wow.
Well,
we'll get there. We'll get there. You could just post it on the Gartic Phone Reddit.
Oh yeah, that's a thing. I have to log in the Reddit.
Yeah, have a Reddit account?
The studio does have a Reddit account. Yes.
Uh-huh.
At least I remember.
Now I just noticed about that.
Well, we don't use Reddit. We don't really use Reddit. Reddit has gone off the rails in recent years.
I've gone and
it sure has, Billy.
I do wish that Reddit would get a nice little competitor. Like, because Reddit is actually it's a site that's a lot like an old. What was that website called way back in the day before Reddit? The one that died.
There was one before Reddit because
Mm-hmm.
I don't know it.
Uh,
I'll remember this later. It's gonna be like in the shower. I'll be like, oh, that's right.
I think thing.
It's
Thing before Reddit.
it's that thing, the thing.
MySpace. That's all I got.
I don't.
No,
Well, that didn't have threads.
even before MySpace, there was a website called Black People Meet.
What does that have to do with what?
Okay.
Oh no, Black People Meet was like the OG MySpace before MySpace. And then your government made Facebook.
Oh my God! The Gartic Phone Reddit is like dead.
Dead? Yeah, the Gardic phone is sad right now.
Joker's didn't hear you what you said, Rez, on like I think you said an improv or something.
Wait, what?
Joker in chat said like didn't hear what you said. So was it like an improv or something?
Oh no, I was
Forgot.
gonna say like jokingly, like yeah, send out the link far and wide, Joker. By the way, we should totally just post this in our, stream chat. Post a link in there.
I mean, I've shared it on our socials.
So yeah, plonk it in chat and pin it or something. If you can do that, I don't know how YouTube stream works. You know what's really funny? Just a really quick aside from everything. I love when you ever watch a YouTube video, right? And like it gets taken down for whatever copyrighty reason, and the person's like, "Well, you can view it on my Patreon," and you're just like, "Really, bro? You couldn't put it on Odyssey or something? you couldn't upload a mirror on Odyssey?"
No.
All this to say is we're going to be making. I don't know if we already have the Odyssey. Odyssey's weird to upload to, but we are going to be working towards that alt tech.
Another outlet.
The alt tech.
Once
Like, I even tried True Social once upon a time, but like it's dead. So there's no one on True Social.
Yeah.
No one's on there anymore, bro.
There certainly was never an audience for artists. I was legit like looking forward to taking advantage of that audience who felt like, hey, Twitter's not for me anymore. And Elon bought Twitter, and they all just left. They came back to Twitter. But like a lot of artists on Twitter just have some monumentally awful takes. I can't I can't even.
Yeah.
If you look at my actual Twitter account, like if you look at my Twitter account, you're gonna see that I'm only following Japanese artists, and it's because I can't read half the shit they write, so I can't get annoyed. So
like all you get is like an image, but like
you get an image in Japanese text, and you can choose to try and see if I can read like some of the hiragana and katakana. I cannot read the kanji. I'm just like, yeah, that's a nice image, and like they can be saying some ratchet, dumb Twitter shit, and I would just be like, yeah, that's a nice image.
That's funny.
I do need to like finish learning Japanese. It's really interesting.
Wow, I can't post it on Reddit either because the Reddit says I have to be approved by the moderators to post.
All right. The mods on Reddit. Well, we're not gonna deal with the power trip mods on Reddit. So,
man, this is like how are you supposed to get people to play Gartic Phone, dude?
I think Twitch has like a link into it.
It does, but like we're not on Twitch right now. We're on YouTube.
Yeah, I know. Probably should have did this cross-platform. Just saying, but
I've been trying to figure stuff out, bro.
Oh, so Rachel does cross-platform streams. You can ask her.
I mean, there's a thing I can use that allows us to do cross-platform streams, but like it also puts like a little logo on the top unless we pay for it. So.
Well, yeah, you just ask Rachel. Hey, how you do cross-platform streams? She'll tell you.
Well, yeah.
Well,
somebody join us on Gartic Phone.
Yeah, the reason I don't want to do this on Discord is because Discord's very weird with Gartic Phone. But actually, hang on, where is the Gartic Phone Discord? Did I leave it? Did I leave Gartic Phone Discord?
Bruh.
I have the Hunter x Hunter Discord. I have a Yu-Gi-Oh Discord. I even have some friends Discords. Detective Conan, something about music. I do not have a Gartic Phone Discord.
Bruh.
Oh.
That's tragic. That is tragic.
F in the chat.
F in the chat. That said, we can summon people.
Join us.
Just summon people with brutal honesty. We need extra players.
I'm dead.
Hey, listen, the studios on the studios out there. It's just like they'll summon. They'll come in like the Power Rangers. It'll be great. And hey, if any of you guys want to play in the chat, right now it looks like it's just Joker. But if anybody wants to join us, then
I mean, hey,
yeah.
join
Like
us.
I said, then you gotta include it in the Discord, not Discord, YouTube
The
chat.
chat. Yeah.
Oh, the YouTube shit. I was wondering what you were. I thought you were talking about the Discord. I was like, what?
There we go.
Excellent.
Most excellent. Can you pin that?
Can I?
Can you?
Yes, I can. Okay. Well, I pinned the wrong one, but I pinned it.
Yay.
I'm a fantastic tech person.
Yes, you are.
Come on, YouTube. Come on. No, I don't want to open the link. I just want to pin the post.
Well,
I did it. I did it. I got it to work.
neat. I was about to say, well, if that's all it takes, then we just need to. We just gotta play until people are like, hey, the Gartic Phone. Gartic Phone.
Let's see.
Interestingly enough, though, Ben, if you host it, or like,
I'd have to read.
wanna-
I've already
if you
sent
wanna
the
host-
link out everywhere.
I know, if you want to host it through Discord, because like the links are going to change between games anyway, if something happens.
I mean, I could.
Everyone, lend me your energy. Kamehame. Okay, I'm done. Well, I guess for the time being, we can just start a game. Normal.
Wait a minute. There might be a way.
Oh,
If I go back.
he disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, you have to be authenticated, which means you have to have like a Discord, and like I can't.
Wait a second. I should be authenticated, but the link will change. Oh no.
Yeah, we're kind of.
By the way, Ben, you need to change your name from Borger.
I like being Borger.
Well, then call yourself YGK Borger.
YGK Burger is brought to you by. What does that mean in English?
This program is brought to you by these sponsors.
Wow, that's kind of.
We should We really should have streamed this on Twitch because like I see how Twitch like also promotes the live streamers.
Well, wait, doesn't like are we even able to do Twitch?
We have a Twitch account.
Well, I mean, are we able to do like a stream like this on Twitch?
Yeah. What? Why couldn't we?
Oh wait, Marcus got a barber. Brub.
Uh,
But why couldn't we? Yeah, the only problem is
or that we're already live.
we're already live. We're already doing all this stuff. That said, we don't have a ton of people who've come into this live stream. And, you know, the few people that are here, if they are here, we could just, you know, migrate them over.
I mean, I do know a way that we could like dual host this.
All right, what's your plan?
I have to copy and paste like code into like a little link thing. It goes through something called Restream, which I can do, and then it would be on both accounts.
What?
But that might take me a few minutes, and it would end the stream.
Wait, pardon?
Well, I'm saying I can rehost. I'd have to restart the stream and rehost it. You get what I'm saying?
No. Yeah, we can't lose Joker. We need Joker. I mean, if it's going to stream on YouTube again, we can just say, hey, if you want to stay here, I'll be looking at YouTube. Somebody
Hang on. There might be a way. We're going through some technical things here.
That is the power of not planning and being very bad.
We plan things?
Only thing we plan is animation. We don't plan other stuff.
No. Why would we?
Why would we indeed? That said, though, like, what can we do to pass the time while Ben figures this out?
As I rub my beard aggressively. I don't know.
Wait a minute. I'm the one with the beard.
I have a beard. I have a goatee.
I got a big beard, though.
Yeah.
I got the big beard.
You got the bread. You got the bread. I used to call beard bread.
You did?
I don't know why. Maybe it's just the words were like similar to one another, like because of like the R and E beat, the BRE, kind of like were like close to each other. So I'll be like, I got the bread.
Yeah, just a little switch transliteration there.
Kind of like Brian and Brain. They're just so next to each other. It's like I just mix and match, and I'll be like, your name's Bray, not Brian.
Ah, interesting.
Yes, indeed.
All we need is Batman, and we're set.
We do.
Joker, what are you doing? You must fight for your freedom, Joker.
You gotta fight for your right.
We're gonna clear.
Remain silence.
We're gonna clear God.
All right, Batman. What do we do now?
My goodness! Oh my goodness! He's still going. He's going for it. Ah!
Who? Huh?
Huh? What's going on?
I don't know.
Huh? What? Huh? Huh?
Literal doo-doo water?
Oh.
Hey, yo.
Soundboard?
No, don't spam that.
You gotta make it be what Hey, yo, can I get a?
Oh Lord, what have I done? What have I done? What have I done?
You unleashed the portal, which was the sound.
I don't know if you guys hear my mom sneezing like just downstairs, but great.
Nope.
That's great.
It filtered all the. I didn't hear nothing.
Discord, you mad lad.
Actually.
Okay, now let's see.
Wait.
Let's see here. Copy.
Let's see.
No, not overlays. Not editor.
You might be getting Kara in here. We'll see in a second.
Kara.
That'd be really fun. We are looking for players for our game of Gartic Phone where we draw silly little doodles to stop the Joker.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
Marcus,
Here's what we're gonna do.
Right before you Joker posted that.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna restart the stream. I think I can get this to work, and we can host on both sites. But we're gonna also reappear on YouTube. So Joker, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in like 5 minutes. I'm gonna wait for your confirmation that you heard what I said, so that way you don't wonder what happened.
Most excellent.
And that way we can all play Gartic Phone and Party on both platforms to celebrate Dragon Ball.
That's gonna be lit. And again, Joker, if you're interested, if you want to play Gartic Phone, you are more than free to jump in.
Yeah, you should. It'd be fun.
Like, we're glad to have you here, Joker. Joker. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm glad you're kind of like a friend, Joker. Batman.
You're like my friend, Joker.
Do you want to see how I got these scars, Batman? I was playing a game of Gartic Phone, and the pen went crazy. I sliced my face by accident, and I've never drawn a single image since. Batman.
I don't know if Joker's still here.
Joker's around, I believe it.
I just want to get a confirmation that he heard what I said, because I don't want to just disappear on him.
Well, this is going to be lit.
La 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 la. Oh, it's easy. It's just what we'll do is we're gonna jump in, we draw, and you would just draw alongside us. It's kind of like telephone, like when someone says something to you and then it passes on to the next person and they try to tell you the same thing and it slowly becomes something else, but at the drawing version.
And the game is made for like mouse, keyboard, and trackpad, so don't worry if you like. If it's like, oh, this is professional people drawing, trust me, we can't draw all that well in Gartic Phone either. That's part of the fun.
Yeah.
Gartic Phone does not do pen pressure at all.
It does not.
So, like, even like if you don't have a pen, like it's all good. Like
it's like drawing with your pen broken, like Ben's was earlier.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is why I'm like wondering why it mattered to you whether your pen.
Because my pen was literally not even like in the same place. Like if I touched it, it dragged my pen over to my other screen.
Oh.
So like I literally wouldn't even be touching the same window. And for those who don't know, my setup, I have like 2 screens, so.
That's where you use your second screen. That's where you use your second screen, like your main screen, and just draw on the tablet.
The thing is, like, there were parts of it where if I dragged the pen like to the bottom, like it just went off. Like, I would never be able to actually draw it on the bottom because it was just that desync.
Dang. Well, hopefully that trick will be good for you now, so you don't have to turn off your computer and back on.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I know that trick. I remember it.
Yeah.
And I completely forgot. And I just never did it. I could have done it.
You could have done it. But you panicked. You were weak, Ben.
So Joker, I'm gonna have to restart the stream. We're gonna reappear on YouTube. So don't go anywhere. I just want to know if you
Or
heard
click our
me.
channel. Just click our channel and go to the live section.
Yeah, yeah. I just wanna make sure you heard that because I don't wanna, you know.
What happened to the stream? Why did it go? Why it disappeared?
Where's the
Weird.
beef?
You're a monster. You. Wait, how does it go, Ben?
You're horrible. You're an irredeemable monster.
He heard us.
All right, we're good. Okay, so I'm gonna restart the stream and we're good.